What's up, you goons?
What's happening, guys?
Goonberries.
Goonberries.
It's
What's
just
up, guys?
What up?
I
ready to
missed
dive
doing
into
this.
1982.
Yeah.
Still
it's been a
9
bit.
years for me being born.
What year were you born?
91.
Okay.
Chris was just a thought.
I wasn't even a thought.
They thought about this for a while. Oh, Chris.
My mom in 1982, my mom was 8 years old. Maybe 7.
Okay, so maybe not a thought.
Hey, planned a long time. Long time coming there, Chris. No, but yeah, it's been how long? So I think the last stream we did was October.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think it was October.
That long ago?
Yeah, when we did 81. So it's been a bit.
The holidays, man, they were busy.
Yeah, they were. I was doing a lot. So
You know, all of our backgrounds look like we could all be in one room. We're just in 3 different parts of the room.
Maybe we are.
I just thought about that.
yeah. Well, our separation of light is phenomenal. So that's incredible.
We got dividers up. We have Brian from Last Movie Standing as our cinematographer, making sure that none of our light bleeds through into another.
Yeah.
It would be an honor.
Let me
I
ask you
love
guys a
that.
question. In 1982, I don't have a question. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of something real quick.
I don't know, but I'm excited because this year has a lot of stuff.
This was hard to narrow down.
This was
Yeah.
the first time I think that we really struggled with trying to
Mhm.
really nail down something.
Well, I like, Chris, what you decided was like, hey, let's not talk about any sequels in this one because there's a lot of sequels in 82 that you could talk about and good ones too.
Yeah, there is, but I mean, we're planning on doing kind of like a redux where we go back and kind of hit these years again and talk about lesser, like maybe lesser known, or maybe we couldn't throw in some sequels, but yeah, because I feel like sequels kind of get the first nod,
Mhm.
when every year there's great original stuff that's maybe kicking off a franchise. I really wanted to challenge us to stay away from that stuff. It's easy to kind of talk about Friday 13th Part 2, when you've already talked about Friday the 13th.
Is that what we're talking about tonight?
Exclusively Friday the 13th Part 2.
And Halloween 3
Yeah.
only in
Yeah.
those
Okay,
order.
I can get down with that.
In that order.
Hey, but like I said a second ago, I mean, those are two great,
Yeah,
sequels or,
I feel like
continuations.
the group of movies that we ended up picking out for tonight, it feels like it's pretty diverse. A little bit of everything.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. I mean, just as a reminder for people, we really tried to cover as much as we can, as much variety as we can, not just try to stick to one genre. And I think we hit a pretty good range of different conversations that we can have with all these movies. You know what I mean? We kind of go from the sleaziest that the year has to bring to kind of some of the more entry level kind of horror titles and more people at younger ages kind of jump into,
Mm-hmm. This is this is a list for everybody.
Every movie on this list should be watched with your family.
Exclusively the second
I don't know
one
about that.
we're talking about. Emphasis on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emphasis on the first couple we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so we had someone in the chat here. I want to bring him up, say what's going on. 3 minutes physical media. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
What's happening, man?
All right. Well, we might as well, let's go ahead and kick this off. I'll take this one because I literally just got done watching this movie. But to start things off in the year 1982 on February 13th, we got this Argento film, which, by the way, before I bring this up, I was watching this movie and I thought every time that I'm watching an Argento film, I'm thinking I'm not watching Suspiria, and then I go watch Suspiria. For me, that's my favorite Argento film. It happens
sure.
every time.
Really?
Am I alone in that? Probably, but I'm thinking I could be watching Suspiria right now, that 4K. I could be.
I mean, that 4K is beautiful, so I don't blame you on that.
Yeah.
It is, but for as much as I like Suspiria, I don't go back to it as much as this movie.
This movie visually is stunning. Anyways, we're talking about Tenebrae.
Mm.
This one right here.
Right, that's right. Synapse 4K. I didn't pull it off the shelf because I think we all got the same one, unless Steve's about to pull out the rarest VHS I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, see,
Exactly, and that
it's
was
actually
like,
spelled
is that a
wrong. It's actually
clamshell?
spelled wrong on the VHS, but you know, it's okay.
I'm repping Anchor Bay out here.
Okay, well, Anchor Bay, you know, come on.
Shout out to Anchor Bay
I didn't know there was a variance in the spelling.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that. What I really like about I prefer, so there's a synapse. Everyone's like, they get the synapse or the arrows. I think that synapse one is where it's at, just for the artwork too. I mean, one of the craziest scenes in the movie.
Where do you put Tenebrae in kind of your? Well, let's talk about. Hold on. So for a second, Tenebrae is kind of like the Suspiria is not a giallo.
Mm.
So I would say that
I'm with Chris on that.
yeah, I would say that Deep Red or Tenebrae is kind of like his greatest giallo. Bird with the Crystal Plumage is very good, but I mean the improvements that he had from just confidence as a filmmaker and style to Tenebrae.
Yeah. For me, I would take Tenebrae over Deep Red. I like
Same.
Deep Red. I like that there's that horror element to it more than, say, Tenebrae. Because Tenebrae is straight giallo.
It's straight style. I mean, just talk about that. What is that, like 3-minute long crane shot? That goes
I wanted to talk about
of
that.
the building to the other.
Yeah,
so cool.
When it's going through the apartment or the one, I guess the townhouse or something like that.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the first like major crane shots like that. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing. I think I read it, or I think I listened to it in one of the commentaries of Tenebrae. It was one of the first, maybe in Italy, it was the first of its kind. But yeah, that shot is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, and with the score going on in the background as it's doing it,
Goblin score is so good.
Yeah, the Goblin score. Yeah, Tenebrae has, I think, some of the most beautiful kills, which is so weird to say.
No, but it does.
It does. Like, spoiler, obviously.
People do die.
Yeah. Near the ending, there is an incredible arm that gets hacked off and sprays the geyser, the painting of blood.
It's like a canvas.
It's incredible, dude. Nobody does it like Argento. And when people try to, they fail. They just can't do it.
Well, even when, and it's the kind of, it's the kill. It's not a kill when he takes a straight edge, right? And that the fake, the blunt one. And that shocked me the first time I saw that. I remember because it hits you like that.
What a great concept, though. You have a writer who's on a book tour in Italy, and somebody's copycatting his kills that are in his book.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great concept, you know what I mean? That allows for a great mystery.
Well, it's so cool. So I'm assuming we're going to be talking spoilers here. So if you haven't seen it, sorry, but there's 2 killers in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which I think is really cool because they lead you on with that one guy. What is he? The guy who's supposed to interview him, the critic or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let me ask you guys a question. Why would you consider Tenebrae essential viewing? Like, I know there's a lot of reasons to like this movie. There's a lot of reasons to love this movie. I think it has a lot of replayability. But somebody asks you, why is this essential? Why must somebody going year by year and watching 5 of the cannot miss horror films? Why this movie?
I mean, I feel like it's the turning point when it comes to giallo, at least in my mind. It feels like a high point where you have the memorable kills, the cinematography, the production, the score is, I mean, I think that this is one of the standout scores that we have from Goblin. And I feel like it hits all the right spots when it comes to a giallo film. Like there's, we obviously have the Mask Killer, the red herrings that we get throughout, a lot of misdirection. Um, this, I think, and I agree with what you guys were saying. I think this is a film that, above all else, it has the most replay value. But um, I don't know. I think the story's just so perfect. Kind
Mhm.
of going off of like the concept alone as is, and then just the way that obviously Argento is so masterful in what we see as the finished product. It's I don't know. I think it's iconic,
I
for a reason.
I think it's one of his best stylistic films. It's just a beautiful, beautiful film. I'm not going to have as of an eloquent answer as Steven here, but it's just really it's just cool. That's like I just all the different shots and the creativity and the stylistic choices that he made with this visually with the camera work. I think that's why you should watch it, whether it be that crane shot we talked about or the spraying of blood from her arm
Hmm.
to the shot where the police officer, the investigator, finds the blade, stands up, and he's just standing there, and it's just he's in frame, and he bends down to pick something up, and he's standing right behind him, perfectly right behind him. You don't see
Mhm.
him, and
Yeah.
even when he stands back up, he perfectly covers him.
Did we and when we were doing the 70s, we did Suspiria, right? We talked about Suspiria when we did the major episode where we went through till 78.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we did.
So I want to break down this filmography up until this point, right? So 1970 comes Bird with the Crystal Plumage, which I'm a huge fan of. 71 comes Cat o' Nine Tails, very good. Also 71 comes one of my favorites, Four Flies on Grey Velvet from Argento. A couple years later, 73, he does The 5 Days, which is sort of like his political kind of like thriller that he does. 2 years later, he does Deep Red, what some might consider the penultimate Argento thriller. 2 years later, he does Suspiria. 2 years later, he does Inferno,
Hmm.
which, is a banger. And then you have Tenebrae, which comes before Phenomena, before Opera, before, Two Evil Eyes, before you get into the 90s Argento, where his career seems to kind of falter off. For me, Tenebrae and Opera are like his last two great films. Um, I like Phenomena. I don't love it. I think Tenebrae is this perfect kind of smash point between classical, more standard giallo form, or what he kind of created
Yeah,
with giallo, how he morphed that genre, and it's also just adding in incredible amounts of violence, which is the American influence. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Kind of
hmm
bleeding in those early '80s. Um, and I think it's more of just a great case study for kind of the shifting point in giallo films because the '80s, I mean, giallos were pretty much gone by '82, almost. You know what I mean? They were definitely petering out by '82. I mean, we just talked about in our Beyond the Blood episode with Torso, which was 73. And in that episode, we talked about how 73 was like the very end of the traditional giallo. So wondering from you guys, I didn't watch it recently, Tenebrae. Do you guys see Tenebrae more as a giallo or as a slasher? Which is a very complicated question, I know.
I,
But this comes 9 years after Torso, which comes at the end of what's considered the peak of the giallo.
maybe I could phrase it at best way to describe it. I see it as it could be a slasher packaged to you as a giallo. If that makes any sense.
Or like a
Yeah.
psychological thriller.
It's definitely got its giallo elements, the black gloves, right? You don't see the
Mhm.
killer till the very end. It's a plot twist.
Yeah.
The Who Done It.
The who done it. It's got all those giallo staples. Um, but definitely does have that hyper violent aspect to it that seemed to get popular, especially in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah, I would actually agree. I would lean more into Giallo. I think it's more a Giallo than Torso is.
Hmm.
If I want to reflect this off of our most recent podcast episode on Torso, um, it's really interesting, man. I just figured I'd ask because by this point the Giallo genre is kind of gone, and most of your Giallo purists, it's really gone by this point. They didn't really take in Argento as one of their own. You're more like diehard Gialli directors.
Well, it almost kind of going back to what you were saying. I feel like the giallos that we did end up getting in the 80s. I mean, they were like almost borderline slashers by that point. It really wasn't like in more of the traditional sense where um anything kind of coming out from like the early 70s, mid 70s. um but I definitely kind of agree with what you guys are saying in that regards. I don't know if there's too much more to add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to say that 3 minutes of physical media mentioned earlier in the last comment that opera was more his style, and yeah, I love opera
Hmm.
and Inferno. I love both. I actually like Inferno a little bit more than opera, but
Hmm.
those are definitely right up there with me for favorite Argentos.
Yeah, opera's great. Hopefully we get a re-release of Inferno soon.
Please, or stage fright.
Well, here's a good question for Steve. Would you consider Pieces a giallo?
I would.
I don't know.
Not in the traditional sense, obviously.
No.
I mean, it's definitely blurring that line. I guess you can call it a giallo. It can be a giallo and it can be a slasher. Like it can
I,
be both.
I think it's more giallo adjacent, not in the true sense, but there's giallo elements to it.
Well, that's kind of like you could take the question. Okay, well, what about Alice Sweet Alice?
Well, I consider Alice Sweet Alice is kind of like it's kind of in the same boat of when you ask like, is Dressed to Kill a giallo?
Mhm.
It's very motivated by giallo, but features many other elements that are not traditional.
Yeah, for me, I would almost put Alice Sweet Alice more of a giallo than Dress to Kill. I mean, good lord, even look at the packaging, right?
Well, let me ask you guys a question. So it depends on like how do you put a movie into a genre if you're using just framework? Because like people have said that the Terminator is a slasher film because the framework is very much a slasher film. You know what I mean? It fits even to the point where there's a final girl technically in Terminator, but it's not a slasher. It's a sci-fi thriller. So if you say Pieces has trademarks of the slasher genre and it's using that framework, but it's completely absurd and not giallo for the most part, can you still consider it one? Genuine question.
You're talking about in regards to pieces.
Yeah, like Pieces, Alice, Sweet Alice. Let's just even lump in Dress to Kill, Brian De Palma.
I mean, I could see why it could be mistaken as one, like a full-on giallo. Like I said, I consider it more giallo adjacent because it
Mhm.
has the POV killer shots, the fetishized violence, kind of like the. I mean, I think you can agree across the board for most of the giallos, they have very very like absurd dub performances. To some more that some to a varying degree than others. I would have to say, the whodunit framework,
Mhm.
so, and I think also considering the timing that it came out as well. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, I guess it ultimately depends on your criteria for what you truly consider one
Yeah.
a giallo. But I think the big things that at its core you have the whodunit, the black glove killer, the stylized violence. I mean, those are really the three main things that always come to mind for me, at least.
So just doing like a basic um like just a Google search with no real dive in, uh, there's 3 films that are kind of instantly from 1982 listed as a giallo. 2 of them are on our list. So let's see
Okay.
here. So
what's the third one?
So we have, let's see, 1982. Sorry, I'm going to list here. So we have Tenebrae. We have Sergio Martino's Scorpion with Two Tails.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Lamberto Bava's A Blade in the Dark.
Mm.
And then Lucio Fulci's The New York Ripper.
Blade in the Dark is a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one I didn't even think about.
So you have 4 technically professionally analyzed considered giallos that came out this year. 2 of them are on our list for essential viewing from 1982.
I think we did a good job.
I think we did all right, man. The Synapse 4K of Tenebrae is incredible. If whoever's listening to this has never seen it and is a physical media collector, if you can get your hands on that limited edition,
so good.
It's pretty stunning.
It's nice.
Yeah, I think it's. I definitely think Tenebrae. It's one that impacted me really, really young, just because of the kills. There's a crazy like beauty in them that I feel like is missing nowadays. Is like the set piece kill, where it's like, here is the environment. How does the environment cater to the kill? How does it interact? How do we play into it? And there are kills in this movie that are sort of like paintings. You could tell there's like all this very carefully planned, very intentional effects that kind of create the entire kill. It's not just
the angles too, and that's another thing. You know, they're very, very purposeful.
Yeah,
with how, where, like you said, the environment. One, the you know, the famous shot of the movie with the girl with her head and the hair falling down off the side of the stairs.
Yeah, well, that's Argento is so deliberate as a director. I mean, nobody was doing what he was doing with like opera and the keyhole scene.
Yeah.
You know, like he was really he was not a coverage shooter. He was very like, you could almost see him sitting down with a stack of storyboards. Like, okay, here's exactly where the camera's going to be. Here's how the story's going to unfold. It's incredibly deliberate. I mean, nobody does a minute and a half long crane shot over a roof to just do it. You know what I mean? The story that he's telling of 2 characters in 2 different sides of this house or this condo is incredibly deliberate, and it builds suspense just from the visual length of time it takes to tell the story. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, you know.
Alexander did say, going back to the Terminator, I've always considered Terminator a techno horror film. It has a slasher vibe of women being picked off and a final girl, but then the action thriller moments.
Yeah, Terminator is
techno.
I always argue with my wife that it's a horror movie. She doesn't believe me. She's like, "Oh, it's sci-fi."
I'm with you on the horror movie.
It's pretty hard. I mean, it is sci-fi. Sci-fi and horror are always kind of
they play together well.
Well, I think it's the idea of like Alien is a horror movie, Aliens is an action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Terminator. It's like Terminator is a horror movie, Terminator 2 is an action movie. So, you know.
I wish we got more films like, especially with Argento films, where the soundtrack is just showcased to the fullest the way that it is with this film. I mean, I think of, obviously you guys were talking about certain like stylized violent sequences that you get in this movie, and you know, Argento's brilliant directing behind that, but it's always synonymous with the Goblin score.
Oh yeah.
I think that there's just something so iconic about it, and it's tough because I just don't feel like you get maybe like horror films, if you guys, you know, kind of want to broaden it a little bit more, where they have such iconic scores the way that you know we got with some of these movies.
Well, and I think I talked about this in a stream with you, maybe with you guys a while ago, was, you know, films now, it's not, you don't get scores anymore, or very rarely would you get a true score. It's soundtracks. And even in sometimes horror movies, it's soundtracks.
It depends though. I mean,
that I've noticed.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like some better examples of more recent scores I could think of where it's like I really came back to them like that.
I mean, I more recently I go to guys like not Andy Muschietti, Benjamin Wallfish with his score
Yeah.
for like It and Welcome to Derry is very
Mhm.
it's very traditional. I mean, even like the Barbarian score, Weapons score kind of
Yeah.
goes back to like that that older kind of more composed style. But one example was today I watched Evil Dead Rise, and the score for Evil Dead Rise is predominantly like noise. It's like, a violin striking the chord, or
Mhm.
it's like more just kind of atmosphere. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's like you put it on its own, it just sounds like you're listening to noise for the most part. Because there are times when it kind of harkens back to the Joseph LaDuca, like original Evil Dead
Mhm.
compositions. But compare that to like what Joseph LaDuca did with 11 people in an attic for Evil Dead, and then how we expanded that for Evil Dead 2, and then Army of Darkness, where you have like you could put those scores on, just throw them in your record player, and it's great. You're like listening to music. There's a theme, there's a style, it almost feels like it was written intentionally to be listened to on its own and as a part of the movie. Which Goblin always feels like somebody you could just stumble across and you're like, man, this guy makes great music, and you have no idea it's attached to the movies it is because it's so good on its own.
There were a lot of bands and composers around that same time that just had such iconic scores that I mean I can even throw them on now. Like Tangerine Dream is the first one I always think of where it's like I can easily go back and listen to that, or John Carpenter, and just I don't have to be watching the movie. I can listen to it on its own and just
Mhm.
appreciate it for how good it is. Another recent example I would have to say is like for the Safdie brothers, utilizing Daniel Lapadin
Mm-hmm.
as a composer. I mean, I think his stuff harkens back to a lot of that 80s synth wave, at least for the scores for the movies that he composes. But I think it's phenomenal. That's something that I find myself coming back to quite a bit.
Yeah, well, guys Goblin tours, right? And you can listen to the music detached from the movie.
Hmm.
John
Mhm.
Carpenter tours. My wife and I just saw him a couple months ago. The music is on its own incredible. You saw
Fabio Frizzi.
yeah, Fabio Frizzi, yep. Who's separates himself from it. I do, a lot of these guys in 30, 40 years are not going to be doing independent tours of their music because it doesn't hold up on its own, separated from the track or from the film. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think like Trent Reznor, the Nine Inch Nails style. I
That's
think
another good one.
they're very reminiscent of kind of like the Tangerine Dream. Not really style, but like the ability to put it on its own and enjoy it just as a musical track.
For sure. The ambience, it's almost like a atmosphere all on itself.
Mhm.
And you can tell,
Yeah.
especially with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, like the music that they put out there is very like they have their signature sound. You can definitely tell that that's music that they're composing.
Yeah, I mean, like you throw on the Tron Ares soundtrack, you're like, this is Nine Inch Nails. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is just a Nine Inch Nails album that that has Tron Ares on it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
An hour and a half music video.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Tenebrae is perfect. I think this next movie is more my style nowadays than Tenebrae is, honestly.
Yeah. Scores seem to be a thing of the past. Christopher Nolan seems to be the only one who still cares about great scores. He's one of them, definitely.
Yeah, working with Hans Zimmer all
Yeah.
the time,
All right. Well, I guess Chris, I'm giving you the honors for this one.
Oh my god. All right, so let's move on to our second, and I promise the last Jolly of the list, I think technically. March 4th, 1982. What a lovely time to go see this movie in American theaters. We're talking about Lucio Fulci's The New York Ripper. Just, oh, man, look at those. I don't know if it's right next to me. I just have like a standard, this guy.
That's okay.
My argument that you don't need 4K of everything.
Hey, but if it's there, why not grab it?
That's true. That's true. Give me. I don't think there's a sleazier film on this list, man. There for sure is not. There is. For those who have never seen New York Ripper, it's pretty much a American-based giallo with a killer who sounds like Daffy Duck.
Donald Duck.
Or Donald Duck. I'm sorry. I always get the two confused. Donald Duck. And right away, right at the beginning of the movie, there's a great moment where body parts are found. And yeah, it's pretty brutal, man. This whole movie.
You talking about with the dog?
With the dog finding the toe?
Was it the toe?
Is it a toe he finds?
I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a bit.
Eyeball.
I don't remember. I just remember. If it's a toe, that's some clever writing. I'm gonna tell you that right
now. What was your guys' first experience with New York Ripper?
I mean, I would say
it's a hand. By the way, he finds.
Okay, it's a hand.
I would have to say, I mean, like the early points where I started getting into giallo was with Deep Red and Tenebrae, and then eventually kind of, branched off into other giallo films. But this one was definitely a little bit earlier on when I was kind of, really understanding the subgenre a little bit better. I just remember like this is another one kind of similar to Torso where it's so mean-spirited. It's like just cynical, violent, definitely captures that gritty New York atmosphere that you were getting from a lot of these movies around this time. I mean, I always think of like Maniac and Bad Lieutenant and amongst a plethora of other New York-based films. But man, you walk away from this and you just feel like just nasty.
You feel gross.
Yeah, you just exactly. You feel gross. You feel like you've seen something that you shouldn't have been watching. But I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to just expose yourself to this level of fulchiness. You know what I mean? Like he really just goes all out, and it has all the appeal of it's the most Italian looking American movie I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? It's in a city that we recognize and that we understand, but it's shot still so much with that Italian flair and that style. And it's very reminiscent of everything William Lustig was doing at the time, mostly Maniac. It's incredibly blunt with its sexuality. Like clearly one of the characters we follow is a very blatant sex addict whose entire goal is to just seek pleasure from random people, seemingly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's her whole goal. There's a pretty good amount of great death scenes, but there's an incredible one that takes place in a movie theater that has some of the most beautiful lighting I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot of nastiness here, man. There's bottles going into body parts that I don't even want to mention, and
doesn't belong there.
Yeah, that broken bottle does not belong there.
No. I'm going to bring this up real quick. Welcome back, crew. Hope you all had a great holiday and a happy new year.
You as well, man. I hope you watched.
Likewise.
Hope you watched New York Ripper on Christmas morning.
Yep. While you're opening the presents with the kids, and pop it in for old Santa there.
Oof.
I think I said pop it in for daddy. I was like, I thought that's what you were leading.
No. What's up, Eli? Don't forget to slash the like button and sub to all these awesome channels. Thank you,
Eli?
dude.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
yes, do what he said.
Yeah, I mean, this movie creeps into sex shows and just all kinds of sleazy corners of New York, man. There's an incredible, pretty unforgettable scene involving toes. That's pretty good.
Little under the table toe action.
Little under the table towing action. Yeah, this is legendary, man. And I mean, honestly, probably one of my favorite Giallo reveals
Mhm.
as well. So I'm going to give a big spoiler warning here. When we find out that this girl's father used to speak to her in the Donald Duck, what is it? Donald or Daffy? I always get
Donald.
it mixed. Donald, the
Donald.
Donald Duck voice, and it all comes together. I also love the detective. He's fantastic, our main detective that we're following, and all of the chaos that ensues in the police station at all times, seemingly in this movie.
Hey, one thing I remember about this movie, obviously everything we've already talked about, but that last shot where he gets his cheek blown out,
Yeah,
the practical effects shot, I think of that is so cool and it stands out to me.
very
Among
gnarly.
even a lot of the other ones out there, it might not be much, but it just something about it just grosses me out. Just the whole of the cheek just kind of going out.
Yeah, this is a fun. I mean, really, I think I would encourage people more to watch New York Ripper just as an example of how far you can go.
Oh, it definitely pushes the boundaries.
Mhm.
Like it just goes way further than you're expecting. And I mean, genuinely a movie that I remember when I put this on like very early on, like in the earlier days of like my wife and I kind of like dating.
Hmm.
And I kind of got that feeling with her where I was like, should I be watching this like around her? Like this is pretty it's pretty it goes really far, man. It
Mhm.
goes really, really far.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Maniac, where you just feel very uncomfortable watching
Oh
some of like
yeah.
the acts of violence and um, just the urban decay that you get through this is just nihilistic. I don't know. I love this movie.
Yeah, there's nothing positive about Fulcio's Fulci's um viewpoint in the world. It's incredibly nihilistic. It's incredibly bleak.
Mhm.
It's a really, really nasty one, man, that I think has a really good twist too. But you're not watching this for the twist. You're watching this for the onslaught of endless sex and
Mm.
terror that happens the whole entire time, you know?
I
Yeah.
think that's and when you start looking at Lucio Fulci's later films, at least this is one of the last few giallo films that he does. I know that Murder Rock's the other one that I could think of, but if there's two films that are completely polar opposite as far as tone, it's these two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murder Rock is sort of like mostly,
It's like
I feel
Flashdance,
like,
basically. Like his
Flashdance with
yeah.
some
Mhm.
kills mixed in, you know what I mean? But let's see. So before this, let's go back to, I mean, this guy's filmography is absolutely insane, but we could
Did
start,
westerns too.
yeah, I mean, comedies, westerns. He does A Lizard in Woman's Skin in 1971 to Don't Torture a Duckling the next year. Um, we got The Psychic, which I think is one of his best movies in
Hmm.
1977 that comes out before this.
Fantastic movie.
1979, he shows up in the US with Zombie in those opening and closing scenes. It's just to kind of give recognizability to an American audience of like, hey, look, we shot this in America, you know?
It's me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, before this, you have City of Living Dead, you have The Black Cat, The Beyond, House by a Cemetery, and then post New York Ripper, yeah, you have Murder Rock, Devil's Honey, Enigma, Zombie 3,
Manhattan Baby.
yeah, Manhattan Baby, Demonia, which is not, these are like Cat in the Brain, which is like his, I don't know, his like movie of how crazy he is. Like, this is I think The Devil's Honey is like his last great movie, but I would probably say New York Ripper is his last great violent movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think any of the other films that he puts out past this point are I don't think that they really come close to the level of like gore or violence. I mean, I just watched Murder Rock recently and it feels like it's a little bit more stripped back, if I'm being honest. So
Yeah, he doesn't really get over the top again until Cat in the Brain, which is like fourth to last movie, you know?
I
And
think
it's funny, it's such an interesting career too, not to cut you off, but
no,
like
it's okay.
The Devil's Honey, I mean, The Psychic is my favorite Lucio Fulci film. But then I think
Overall.
I think it's one of my I love the psychic, dude. I think the psychic is so incredibly smart. You know,
Yeah. What's interesting about that is it's definitely an offshoot from most of his films.
yeah, but so is The Devil's Honey, which The Devil's Honey is a film essentially of female empowerment and lust and desire and how women can really it's a story of a woman torturing a man very rarely through physical violence but more through torture and lust and anticipation, and it's a really like when you watch a New York Ripper, when you watch like the gate, like the his Gates of Hell trilogy, like when you watch these movies, like you can kind of see, there's some great ideas, great visuals, right, great gore, but The Devil's Honey and The Psychic are just incredibly smart movies that have something to say and have a really great powerful third act and can be analyzed and studied much more than I feel like most of his other work can in a weird way.
Hmm.
I mean, Devil's Honey, you can write a whole book about the saxophone scene.
We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah. That's something else.
Yeah.
3 Minutes of Physical Media had asked, what do you think was the most brutal of those big Italian directors?
Most brutal? I mean, you could make an argument for Sergio Martino and just what he did in Torso, but it depends on what he's considering the big three. I'd probably say Lucio Fulci is the most.
I would assume he's talking about Fulci, Argento, and Bava. Those are the big three that I come off to my top of my head as like the overarching.
Hold on.
Like Ruggero Deodato, what he did with Cannibal Holocaust, I think is much more brutal than anything Fulci did, just because of the
content. I think
the reality of it,
the subject matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he, Ruggero Deodato, when he got into like the police crime thrillers and stuff, and I mean, Ruggero Deodato kind of tapped back into that genre a couple times and never really had the same impact. So if you're looking at full career, I would probably say Fulci is the most brutal. I mean, it's definitely creative and very nihilistic and very gross.
Yeah,
I'd have to throw like Joe D'Amato into the mix.
Oh yeah, Joe D'Amato. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
that's like, I mean, some of the subject matter, especially with what was it, Beyond
Beyond Darkness, but like even Anthropophagus and Absurd.
I was going to say, gut munching stuff.
It depends on kind of what you consider brutal, because Anthropophagus alone would probably take the award just for the baby scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
a little gut munching.
Little pretty. I mean, yeah, Joe D'Amato was definitely up there. Fulci, I would definitely say. I don't know.
Umberto Lenzi is another one that I think of because he had his toes in both the giallo and the cannibal subgenre of films. Plus, he had Nightmare City, which is another really good one.
Yeah, I mean, throw on Eaten Alive. There's some pretty wicked stuff in Eaten Alive. Eaten Alive was Umberto Lenzi, right?
Yep. And then Cannibal Ferox.
Yeah, I hate Cannibal Ferox.
We should all do a watch along live stream. Cannibal Ferox.
Cannibal Ferox.
Yeah.
There's no PETA edition, man, of Cannibal Ferox.
Just the boys hanging out watching Cannibal Ferox.
Do a little watch along party.
Yep.
Any last words on the New York Ripper besides pick up that Blue Underground release?
No, I
think it's an essential Fulci viewing.
Mm-hmm. It's such a stark, just in your face movie that I think you have to see it.
Mm-hmm. At least once.
Yeah, it's like it's just too shocking to miss it. You just gotta put yourself through it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I want to see. I just pre-ordered the Curzon 15 disc box set of Lars von Trier from Movie Room. Is expecting on. Can't wait.
Hell yeah, bro! Make sure
love it.
Sit down with the whole family, watch Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2.
Did someone say Antichrist?
Oh, such a good movie.
I said Nymphomaniac, and Jordan went, "Oh yeah."
Von Trier, he's one of my favorites. So,
Watch House That Jack Built.
oh, that's a great one. The whole ending shot and when he's going down into hell.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's a better contrast from New York Ripper to the next movie we're going to talk about. Steve, I'm going to pass it on over to you to talk about our next movie that was released on June 4th, 1982.
And who really did it?
I was going to make a joke about that, but I'm not even going to mess around with it. Well, that's none other than Toby Hooper, Essential Viewing, Poltergeist.
See, I'm not even gonna pull up mine. You got it. You take actually, Chris has a grail of mine of this movie. So yeah,
I do. Yeah, I have the UK Steelbook
box
set.
I have a UK Steelbook set.
I have,
but it's not as cool.
Which one is that one? You guys are throwing too much at me. I gave you guys a VHS here.
He has the film
vault one.
Film vault. I have the traditional like Warner Brothers overseas UK, but
both are really nice. So what does this movie mean to you guys? Like, when did you guys first discover Poltergeist? Was this early on for you guys getting into horror?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies.
There it is. I was waiting for that one.
Chris, did you just slip up there or what?
Come on, man. This Poltergeist feels predominantly like it was directed by Spielberg. It feels like Toby Hooper did pick up shots on some of like the horror scenes. The rest of it feels straight up like Spielberg.
Man, this movie's a vibe.
I
love watching this in the summer. I don't know what it is. It's very it's like a cozy horror movie.
Yes.
You know?
It's definitely cozy, but it's really like it's one of those movies that like shit fucking gets scary, bro. Like
in this the pool
movie's
when
really
he's
freaky, dude. And listen, there is no better father figure in film than Craig T. Nelson.
Oh, it's so funny when him and his wife, they're on the bed, aren't they smoking weed?
Yeah.
Together. I'm like, it's like little moments like that you can truly appreciate. That it's like, you know, you're not obviously pushing the boundaries too far, but it's like just enough where it's like, okay, these are some cool ass parents.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're letting a poltergeist manhandle your little girl, sliding her across the kitchen floor.
Well, let me ask you guys, what was scarier here? Was it the terrors hidden in the television, or was it the clown?
Oh, it was the clown for me.
Clown for sure.
Yeah. The whole under the bed. I mean, just the little bell.
I think of Scary Movie every time.
Yeah.
It's just like Scary Movie ruined Poltergeist for me, man. I'm always waiting for like a big clown dong to come out and take
Oh my God.
No, man, there's some great. I mean, this was so iconic when I was a kid. You know, I mean, Exorcist was the scariest movie of all time for me, but the fact that at any point in the night your TV could turn on to just static, which is it would happen all the time. You'd fall asleep with something on, and you know whether it was a VHS tape or what, you just wake up to static. And I just remember always hearing the iconic "They're here," you know what I mean, like over and over again. And as
even
I got older,
even the movie poster too, like that image is iconic.
Yeah. And as I got older, I remember hearing about the they used real skeletons in the pool scene, and it was such a cursed movie. And the obviously the very young unfortunate passing of Heather O'Rourke.
Terrible.
Yep.
There was, and I remember as a kid, and we don't have to talk about this long, but I remember for some reason my mom telling me that like Heather O'Rourke was killed in like a freak accident, and I remember learning that she wasn't, that she was
she just get sick. Yeah.
There was some weird stuff going on if you really read into it.
Yeah, so I think my mom kind of fell victim to one of those kind of side stories that were going on about her. I think my mom said something had to do with a helicopter, and I was like, oh. And then I grew up and I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Or the other sister, Dominique Dunn. Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie, man. Toby Hooper comes out though, dude. I mean, there's some really gross, disturbing stuff. It's shocking that this movie's only PG.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you got to think about PG at that time versus PG now. You know, I think of the face ripping off scene in the bathroom, but just the goops of flesh landing in the sink.
It's like nightmare fuel.
I know, but you talk about things ruin them. There's a, I think it's Family Guy. See, do it. They do a bit on that where he rips his face off and he's Hank Hill. So I'm sorry. Every time I see that, that's what I think of.
Yeah, there's a lot about Poltergeist, you know, that I love, and I remember this was kind of one of the first movies I saw that was the idea of, you know, a home being built on ancient burial grounds and kind of.
They became a trope after that for sure.
Yeah, you have like the, you know, really shitty land developer that kind of knows what they're doing and just doesn't care anyway. They're just trying to make a buck. You know what I mean? And kind of overtake this sacred land, and unfortunately the family is the one who yields the consequences from that, you know. But still an incredibly charming like little movie. I think this is kind of not great entry horror, but definitely once you have kind of younger kids getting into horror and are getting a little bit more used to it,
For sure.
Yeah,
this is a great, you know, I mean, now like I see kids wearing Terrifier shirts, so I don't know if you can consider this entry level horror anymore or not. But
yeah,
I will have to say the score from Jerry Goldsmith, perfection for this movie.
Jerry Goldsmith, underrated composer, man.
Very,
very underrated. Very underrated.
It says if you watch the Funhouse, then Poltergeist, the vibes are very similar.
Yeah, Funhouse. Oh, man,
it's another great one too. I like that one.
Yeah.
The Funhouse has like one of my favorite shots of all time. It's just that crazy long crane shot. Just keeps kind of craning out of the Funhouse. It goes really high.
I
know yeah.
There's a really long crane shot in that movie.
You and cranes, dude.
Listen, man, me and crane, like I love it, man. Listen, dude, it's like when people come up to me and they're like, "Man, my favorite Toby Hooper movie is Life Force," and I'm like, I know exactly why.
The crane shot.
It's the crane shot. It's
explains a lot about me then. Dude, I love Life Force. That's for sure.
I mean, we can't with like utmost confidence say that anything in Toby Hooper's filmography is better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
2?
Yes. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
I'm starting the movement.
Which is my second favorite Toby Hooper movie.
Dude, I fucking love that movie.
Outside of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What, 2 is your favorite?
2 is my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie outside of the first.
No, Steven. You like 2?
Listen, I'm just going to leave it at that for another
day. Texas Chainsaw?
Yeah, of course, man.
What do you think, guys?
Oh, God.
Would you guys encourage people to check out both Poltergeist sequels?
Well, definitely 2. It's been a long time since I've seen 3, but
there we go. The old man.
Yeah, 2
Reverend
for sure.
Kane?
2 for sure.
Talk about an actor dedicated to that role.
Reverend Kane.
You know, dude was dying.
Yeah, Poltergeist 3 is not great. It's like
I don't think he did it on purpose.
No, but what I meant dedicated to, like, he's dying and he's still gonna.
No, I'm messing, but I think it adds to the creep factor for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know? I mean, he's incredibly unsettling, man, and it's a shame that unfortunately the ailments of his sickness are what make him so creepy. The sunken in cheeks and there's no questioning that he's incredibly sick, and that makes it creepier,
right?
Because of his condition at that time. Poltergeist 3 is just a fucking mess, dude. That movie's, I mean, I don't think it's as terrible as people make it out to be. I think there's some really cool like use of reflections and mirrors and stuff in that movie. But it's definitely nothing compared to the first movie. Did you guys ever see the remake of Poltergeist?
No.
One time. and I think that was it.
Yeah, that's all you needed, man. It's probably more than you needed.
I think. No, I just love Poltergeist 2, the dad, and he throws up that alien or that creature.
Oh yeah.
One of the
Poltergeist.
best scenes, and the way they rigged that up, I think is so cool.
So before we move on, and let's not get crazy into discussion with it, for people listening who have never seen Poltergeist, Steven Spielberg was a producer, and there's plenty of stories out there that Steven Spielberg pretty much overtook the production of this movie and directed most of it, which I don't side with completely, because there's some very Toby Hooper moments in this movie, like incredible Toby Hooper moments that you can tell are Toby Hooper. But everything outside of those moments do feel very Spielberg, even down to like the blocking and the lighting and the style. And I think some of the argument is like, even if he didn't directly direct, his influence as producer and him kind of strong arming most of the production still kind of give him the credit. Some people still credit him. What's your guys' brief thoughts on that?
I mean, his fingerprints are all over this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even feel like he just backed the film. I mean, it just feels like there's evidence all throughout the film. Everything from kind of like the personalities of the family all the way down to like the aesthetic, the feel, the suburban America setting. I mean, it's kind of hard to deny it if you've seen any of other Steven Spielberg's earlier films. I mean, this definitely falls in line with it.
It's very Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
The family dynamic, the kind of family, or the like child terror point of view. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like 80s Steven Spielberg in this.
There's like and I'm sure you guys could agree with me on this, is that there's always with Steven Spielberg's earlier films, there's like this awe and wonder with them. It's almost like this spectacle. And this movie is very much in that, same line of films as some of the other ones. I mean, you even mentioned Close Encounters as another great example.
Yeah. What do you think, Jordan?
No, yeah, I'd have to agree with both of you. It definitely feels like a Spielberg film. The way everything about it, but it does have those Hooper isms that he got to. It does feel like he did strong arm it, and then there's certain scenes where he's like, "Okay, Toby, like I don't want to do this. You here's what you can do." You know what I mean? And I'll just come in on the back end and change everything up. That's how it feels.
As far as the topic of our show of Fear by Year, of why we consider this so essential, I think I definitely think there's a little bit of a like I don't think it's fair for people that are our age now discovering this movie at the age that we did, just because there's been such strong advancements in technology and the genre has changed so much. I don't think it's going to be as impactful to kids discovering it now, but the visual effects of this movie hold up incredibly well. And I don't know if it's just because of the 4K restoration. Typically it's the opposite. Usually the 4K restorations make the visual effects worse because it pulls out much more of that detail. I actually think I remember watching the staircase scene the first time I put on the 4K of Poltergeist, and I was like, holy shit, this looks fantastic. Like really good. And to me, Poltergeist it feels like an event. It feels like there's a budget and there's intention. It feels like Jordan's lights just went out from a poltergeist attack. Yeah. Yeah, it just
too spooky.
It's great.
Hey, I'm telling you, some bad juju's about to happen.
Did you say there's some bad Jews out? Juju.
Juju. Hey, don't put words in my mouth there, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I love this movie, man.
I remember my mother was pissed that Richard Dreyfuss left his entire family to hop on the mothership at the movie's conclusion.
Close Encounters. Listen, man, there's nothing creepier than the entire scene with the little boy in the house. when the aliens are coming, and you got like the orange light
Oh, it's
coming in.
terrifying.
Oh my god, that scene is so scary. And that shot when the mother comes outside and there's no music, it's just the noise of like nature and the land because they're in like a farmland area, and you see the color of the sky. Oh my god, dude, that scene is terrifying.
Do you guys think that's a film that doesn't get talked about enough? Because I feel like it just never gets brought up in the conversation like that.
I mean, it's not my favorite Spielberg. I will say every single time I eat mashed potatoes, I want to build a mountain out of them. You know what I mean? Like I want to
Yeah,
build
I respect
a canyon.
that. Yeah.
I'm like, how much mashed potatoes was it for me to build this canyon that Richard?
Your wife's like, please stop, Chris, stop. You're using all our mashed potatoes.
Comes home from the grocery store, like boxes of instant mashed potatoes. What?
I don't know if instant mashed potatoes would have the density for me to build like a support system with them. I feel like I'd have to go, like Yukon Gold.
The framework.
You know what I mean? I feel like there's just
Gold.
not enough. Like I feel like any mashed potato item that began as flakes in a box just doesn't have the density.
Chris is just going to invite his family over. All right, we're going to be, taking the skin off these potatoes. Come on, guys.
I need assistance. I have a mission
gotta
here. I have to get. Yeah, Poltergeist. Jordan.
Yeah,
I want you to take the next movie if you don't
yeah,
mind.
man.
Speaking of mashed potatoes,
What?
I will.
I meant the movie. The movie.
You're gonna have to address that here in a second. But this film right here, from one of my favorite directors. I mean, this one is regarded a lot of people their favorite horror film of all time. I hear it all the time. Rightfully so. I'm not going to argue with anybody who makes this their favorite of all time, because this is an incredible movie. But we are going to be talking about The Thing.
Oh, John Carpenter. Oh wait, where's mine at? Hold on. I got a steelbook. I don't like steelbooks. I got one though. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hang on, mine's just a slip cover, so there you are.
Nice.
Dude, Jordan takes work to watch his movies, bro. We've talked about this before.
Mhm.
It's a slip and a slip and a slip.
Hey, look at the back of that. Like, come on. That's just cool.
Never know when you might need it.
All right, so greatest practical effects film of all time.
It's up there.
100%.
It's definitely, arguably, can be the greatest.
What
of all time.
are you arguing? Like, I mean,
Because I don't want to stamp, officially make a stand and say this is the greatest, because I could think of maybe later today. I'm like, oh, but that this one's really good too, and it rivals it. It's about the same.
Wait, yeah, but there's some really good,
it's kind of like
Savini's.
It's kind of like doing. It's kind of like voting, right? Or like on like Olympic skating, you never give a perfect 10.
I understand that, but like Day of the Dead is Savini's masterpiece, right? But the sheer volume of insane practical effects that Rob Bottin pulls off in The Thing.
It's incredible.
I'm just messing with you. No, it is incredible. The dog scene.
Oh, that's the worst, though.
Huh.
I could go without that.
Yeah.
I love dogs, man.
It's a hard watch. It was so funny because we were watching this. I was recently, because when we started, we were going to do this for November. So this was last year. I was watching this, and my wife had never seen this movie. So the dog scene comes up, and she freaks out. She doesn't like anything. If a dog gets injured, anything, which I don't like it. It's not like I seek it out. But
dude, your favorite horror movie franchise is Halloween. That dude kills a dog in every single movie.
He does. But this one, man, and we have 2 German Shepherds, and it was so funny to watch them, because my youngest, he's sitting there watching, and it's almost as if he's watching his own horror movie. It's the funniest thing, because he's looking at it, his ears go back, and he turns and looks at us like, what the hell are you guys making me watch? Turns back around and just looks at it as this dog creature thing is getting congealed together in this nastiness.
That's pretty. I hate that scene, dude. I even hate the opening scene where the dog's running and they're trying to shoot him from the helicopter.
Yeah.
I almost have a worse time with that scene than when they're in the kennel.
Yeah. But I want to say, I think what makes the thing so incredibly interesting is disguised in this monster movie is like this incredible story of distrust
Mm-hmm.
and of almost like conspiracy.
Oh, it's a masterclass of like paranoia.
Well, you want to talk about one of the most unsettling scenes, right? When McCready is sitting there and he has all them lined up and they're
Mhm.
putting the blood in the like little petri dish
Mm-hmm.
and right catching it on fire to see burning it to see who's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, people turn on each other quick. And we've seen this time and time again in countless films from across all genres, But what a perfect setup. You're isolated in the Arctic. There's nowhere to go. There's only so many of you. Nobody trusts each other. And it's a theme that runs through the entire movie. I mean, to this day, the ending of the film is still
Ambiguous.
debated as to who is the thing. One of them are. And it's actually funny talking about this because I'm only a couple weeks away from getting a thing tattoo. Because that's how legendary the effects are in this film.
Are you able to divulge what it is? Or are you gonna make us wait?
No. Yeah, I'm getting the the body that they find, the two faces that are kind of
Oh,
melted
it's gonna be awesome.
together.
Nice.
It's incredible, man. I mean, that sequence alone when they go to the other outpost, the other base, and the only thing that confuses me is like the questioning of what they're seeing, because they're like, oh, what do you think this is? And I'm like, fucker, that's a bunch of people molded together. What do you mean and burned?
Just
What do you
go away. Don't.
like,
What are you doing? Get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I love the the scene they did in It Chapter 2. You've got to be fucking kidding me. When the head sprouts the legs and turns into like a spider and runs by and they're just watching it run by in disbelief at what you're seeing. Incredible, man. This movie's stunning.
I'm going to address this then. I do have a question, but yes, rest in peace to TK Carter.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
Gone too soon. But what were you guys, do you guys remember the first time seeing this movie, and what did you think about the iconic scene on the operating table when they're trying to resuscitate the guy and his chest cavity and stomach open up
into a mouth?
And just eat the dude's arms. He has nubs. He freaks out. He raises up. Yeah. What do you guys remember about that the first time you seen that?
I mean, it escalates so quickly. Just dials it up to 10.
You don't even expect it, I think. It's
No.
just resuscitating him. I mean, nothing crazy.
I was more shocked by his head stretching off and down the table. Like, that was very...
Well, you see the skin and it kind of just separates a little, and then the green that kind of just oozes out.
Yeah, that was more shocking to me, but just it's so out there, man. I mean, I think the operating table is the most iconic scene, but I love, and forgive me for forgetting names because I always forget names, but the Petri dish scene.
Yeah.
When he's revealed and he's shaking in the chair.
It's like convulsing.
It's so gross, man. And the sound design of like the rattling, it's almost like a rattlesnake or like a cicada that it made that the thing makes. It's really gross, man. But kudos to everybody involved in bringing those effects to life. And it really sucks that the prequel, which came out in 2011, went back to doing practical effects and shot that a whole movie using practical monster effects, and then it all got covered up with CGI. That's such a disgrace, man. It's right up there with like the Wolfman and Rick Baker being shut out of the court scene. I mean, they just decided to go all digital. It's really a shame and a testament to how much filmmaking has changed as a craft.
Oh, for sure. Can I just point out one thing that I noticed going back and rewatching this movie? Is Kurt Russell is drinking J&B whiskey, and I don't think I've really ever seen that outside of a giallo film. So I thought that was just like one little like minor detail that I thought was just really ironic and funny.
I love that Kurt Russell hated the hat.
He's like,
McCready's
I'm
hat.
not wearing a sombrero.
Yeah,
Was it an interview or a commentary I was listening to, and he was going off on it. It was pretty funny.
So, the hat is iconic, man. Absolutely iconic. I mean, yeah, the thing is, it's incredible, man. And the whole ending with the two of them just left sitting, and Carpenter says people still ask him to this day in Q&As, who it is, if he's ever going to reveal it, and he says no. But then he always teases that they're working on a sequel.
I've heard that,
which is so insane because for people who don't know, The Thing was not a successful movie whatsoever.
No,
in fact, The Thing was so bad that he got fired from Firestarter, like halfway through the project. You know what I mean? The Thing, it made no money. Critics hated it. It truly became what it is today through just people rediscovering it and over the years talking about it. But at the time, this movie was not received well by audiences or critics. So,
oh wait, hold up. How can we get this far into this without mentioning the score from Ennio Morricone?
Oh, dude, yeah, that's
just filled with doom and dread and.
So, question, because I actually don't know. Ennio Morricone. So John Carpenter played The Thing theme, at the live that we saw him at in New York. Did Ennio Morricone build the score for this off of what John Carpenter had already done for it, or was it the other way around? Do you know, Steve? Is Steve frozen?
Hello, Steve? You good? All right. Well,
I thought he was just sitting really still.
I can't answer that for you. But Ennio Morricone, a legend as far as composer. He did the Dollars trilogy, all those great stuff.
Is he the one? Did he? Ennio? Is someone to go into AIDS movies? Not.
What were you saying?
Well, Steve's gone. No. Was Ennio? Oh my god.
Ennio Morricone.
Did he create the was it the Fistful of Dollars trilogy was the first time that they did the
yeah, that's where it came from.
Whistle? That's where that, right?
That one was actually that like line was from technically The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but it was like it became that from Fistful of Dollars, $2 more to that.
Okay. Yeah. I thought so. Okay. I will say the thing that I hated most is Waxwork Records charging all that money for the ice slipcase over the record.
Yeah, that made me so mad. I didn't tell you. And then, well, let me address this real quick because I brought him up. As someone who grew up in the 80s, the movie was just about uncut, when shown on television, not cable TV, regular television. All the gross scenes were shown, well, as it should be.
Yeah, I remember watching this on TV when I was young, and it featured pretty much everything.
Yeah. I didn't tell you, side note about that Waxworks Records vinyl, which I got. It came damaged.
Was the ice broken?
No, I didn't get the ice slipped. I didn't get that. I don't pay no.
$60 extra.
No. But no, so I didn't actually play it for like a month or so. I finally played it. Dude, the thing was so bad. Crackle. I cleaned it multiple times. It was awful. So I reached out to Waxwork Records. Oh, what's going on? But I reached out to Waxwork Records and they replaced it because they're like, I sent them a video like, yeah, that's bad.
They're like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, no, we're replacing that.
Steve, did you get a chance to hear my question that I asked you before you left abruptly?
I just heard something about John Carpenter when you saw him live.
Yeah, he played The Thing during his live tour that I saw him on. I was curious if Ennio Morricone had built his score off of something John Carpenter had already made, or where was this 100% crafted by Ennio that John Carpenter just plays now, or?
I think that I don't know. But I know that with the version of The Thing that got released through, I don't know if it was just strictly through Waxwork Records, but there was like an add-on. Jordan, did you get that?
I did.
Okay. So I don't know if he just added on to it for that release or what it was, but I always associated with Ennio Morricone.
Okay.
He added on. Who
Okay, so
did?
it says
Ennio Morricone or John Carpenter?
Well, I always associate the score with Ennio Morricone,
No, you
but
said he added on for this.
yeah, John Carpenter.
Oh, John Carpenter. Okay.
okay, so that's probably what he played live was his additional was his add-ons. Probably.
Yeah.
Whatever he added. Okay. Because I mentioned somebody in the crowd when we were seeing Carpenter live, somebody in the crowd had said something about why Carpenter plays the thing live and how it technically gets credited to Morricone, but I didn't hear him. And I just kind of like heard some bits of it and I was like, oh, and then I forgot about it until just now.
I'd actually want to get a little bit more info on that, to be honest, because I really don't know. I just always assumed that when that release came out that, he opted to kind of add on to it, but
Yeah. The thing is legendary, man. I mean, aside from the practical effects, it's Carpenter. Christine will always be my favorite Carpenter film, but the thing I think
so
is kind of nestled in second, third
It's
for me.
the storytelling is so well done in that movie.
And I love what do they call that style of movie? Like a where it's forced into one location. Is it a something boiler movie where it's like all just one? It's a bunch of characters grouped in one location. Everything happens in that one location.
Here we go. So Chris, Ennio composed the thing, and John Carpenter wanted the film to have a more European musical approach. Just did a quick internet search. Seems like Ennio's score is all him with zero Carpenter effect.
Interesting. So I wonder what that is that Carpenter's playing live on his.
I don't know.
I think it's whatever they added songs were onto that soundtrack.
Interesting. This is a rabbit hole that I didn't know I was going to go down. Let's see. Let's do some quick.
While you do that, I'm going to bring this up real quick. I think the thing is better than Halloween. Okay. Because there's so much more going on. Halloween,
don't gloss over it.
Is just another slasher, in my opinion. Well, you can have that opinion. That's okay.
They're just such different films. I mean, it just depends on like what I'm feeling, what I'm in the mood for. I feel like Halloween is just, you know what you're getting with it. It's iconic for a reason. But the thing is just, I think the thing is a little bit more thought provoking.
Halloween is life.
So real quick, Carpenter himself composed and performed several shorter synthesizer-driven lost cues that filled gaps in the film, but he also wrote the main theme where he incorporated Morricone's work into his song. So it's a mesh between the two of them.
Okay. That makes sense.
So that makes sense because he's playing the main theme quotes on his tour.
I would love to see him live. I'm so jealous.
Dude, listen, man, it was great. That was incredible, man. My wife had already seen him live once when her and I like first started dating, and she got us tickets, and yeah, it was incredible, man, seeing him. Except for the 2 hours he made us wait before he came on stage with no opening act.
What was he doing?
Just hanging out, man, smoking cigs.
Playing Dead Space.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget too. Didn't he share your pictures on Instagram?
He did. John Carpenter did share my photos of him live on Instagram. Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Humble brag.
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter, if you're watching.
If anybody doesn't mind, I would love to introduce the next title.
What is the next one?
Oh, dude, it's great, man.
Oh, that one.
It's great. For people who don't know, because this is sort of like I think probably one of the deeper cuts of our list outside of I would say this is probably the deepest cut on the list. Let me grab my copy that's right here. And this was directed by Amy Jones. Incredible work. We have Slumber Party Massacre, released on September 10th, 1982. What do you got there? The 101 Films?
Yeah, I got the
box set.
I love
that release.
Box set.
Always a VHS, man. Steve pulls out the good stuff.
But I love that release that Jordan has. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great release. You've got both. It's always nice.
So tell me about Slumber Party Massacre, guys. Why why
Both in 4K.
is 2 in 4K?
He said 4K. Just kidding.
Where's Slumber Party Massacre 3?
Did I stutter?
I don't see where it says 4K on that, but
You're blind as a bat, friend.
Oh, I do see it now. Okay.
And Chris's favorite part comes with a booklet.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the people on the front of the booklet.
No, it comes with a booklet.
That's another very charming, sleazy slasher, very atmospheric. I don't know. I love this movie.
It's not as sleazy as I thought when I rewatched it. I remember it being more for some reason. It's incredibly upfront with the kind of salacious mannerism of the killer and his big drill.
You
You know
think?
what I mean? Think like I was reading. I think I was watching a podcast one time, and they were like, "Yeah, for those who don't know, Slumber Party Massacre is famously known as being an example of a man using his tool to dominate women."
You
and I was
think?
like, "Did you think long and hard about that?"
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Did you guys? How was this? Like, I mean, Steve, I don't think for you, but Jordan, how long ago did you see Slumber Party Massacre?
This is very recent. Very recent
I thought
for
so.
me.
That's why I wanted.
Yeah, very recent for me.
And
It's a fun movie. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's been a while since I've seen it. When I first got this was the first time I saw this movie. From what I remember, it tells its story on its sleeve. There's nothing really to break down too much as far as this movie alone, but I think as far as the driller killer genre, I think it's a good thing we can talk about. But I feel this movie is very surface level, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, you have a psychotic killer escapes and he's wielding a power drill, and he essentially
uses his tool.
Yeah, he stumbles across this slumber party that's happening.
I get this confused with Sorority House Massacre. So is it this one or Sorority House Massacre where it's her brother? And it does this weird Halloween thing where it's her brother that escapes.
Do you want to spoil it to that?
I guess I can read the back and it'll tell me, huh?
What do you think? Do you want to spoil it to that level for everybody?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't care.
No, he has no relation to.
Okay, so then that's Sorority House Massacre. Okay.
Yeah. He is.
Gotcha.
No relation to any of them. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I think really where Slumber Party Massacre falls as level as far as like importance goes is it's just entertaining.
Yeah.
It's incredibly over the top entertainment. It's not trying to really say much outside of just give you. It's not even 80 minutes long, man. It's an hour and 17 minutes in length. Mm-hmm. Full length. The sequels get even crazier. One is like a musical. It gets really, there's like musical numbers and all kinds of crazy.
Well, I'm going to assume that's the second one.
Did you
watch it?
Should
be
it?
The second one, I think. Because
with the guitar.
Because he's got his guitar right there.
Yeah, that's
that's a drill.
Yeah, there's nothing.
These movies.
There's nothing about Slumber Party Massacre that's going to make you, really think too deep into it. I know there's been some, analysis on certain elements. It's mostly on the male character with a very, obviously, I don't even know the words to say it. I think that's where most of the analysis is. It's like, oh, male character runs around with his big drill killing women. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's also a remake of Slumber Party Massacre that was made for Sci-Fi in, let's see, what year is this? 2021. I have it right here from Scream Factory.
Okay. Have you seen it?
I have not yet. I've had it for a while. I just haven't. It's like one of those titles that I forget I have.
Yeah. I knew about it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. I was going to ask Steve a question, but Steve has disappeared.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix the. I am so anal about this. The inside artwork. If it like sticks out a little bit on one corner, I always try and fix it to get it perfect. So that's what I was doing. Slumber Party Massacre is iconic as hell. The pizza scene.
Yeah, the pizza scene.
I got to rewatch this movie. It's been a bit.
Dude, that's what you're supposed to do leading up to these episodes, man.
Okay. Sorry, we decided to do it tonight like yesterday or the day before, so I didn't have a lot of time to really watch these movies over again.
Well, before we get into our last movie of 1982 that we consider, let's look at other movies that were released in 1982 that we picked these essentially over for this initial one. Have you ever seen Alone in the Dark?
No.
It's incredible slasher that came out in 1982. Cat People. We have let's see, The Beast Within, Basket Case. We have, let's see, The Slayer. I wouldn't say is good, but
Ooh, Donald Pleasance is in that.
In Alone in the Dark. Steve, you've seen Alone in the Dark, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, Alone in the Dark.
Jack Palance.
Isn't that supposed to be getting a 4K? Alone in the Dark, or rumored?
I don't know. I have a Scream Factory Blu-ray of it. One of my favorites that Severin put out a couple years ago, The Last Horror Film, aka Maniac 2.
Ooh,
Came out
that's a
in
good one.
1982. Love that movie. I didn't even realize that House of Sorority Row also came out in 1982. We were talking about that.
Oh yeah, so, there you go.
Yep. Yeah.
Everyone can always use more Joe Spinell.
Everybody can use more Joe Spinell. Wes Craven put out Swamp Thing in 82. Mortuary came out in 82. Great Bill Paxton performance.
Swamp Thing is getting a 4K from 88.
In one of the wildest movies I've ever seen in my life, Black Candles also came out in 1982, but I don't expect anybody to know what that is. Yeah, Girls Night Out, Class of 1984. We should have put Class of 1984 on this list, man. Talk about a brutal movie.
Maybe we'll have to do a part 2 of this episode then.
Yo, have you guys ever seen Class of 1984?
No. I don't think so.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. That's a wild one. I mean, Basket Case also came out in 1982. So, one of the best ever, Frank Henenlotter.
Well, then I think obviously Friday the 13th, part 2 and
Part 3.
Was it part 3?
Part 3 came out in 82.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, because it came out at the same time with Halloween 3 as well. I think both came out. Okay, you're right.
1982, Jason found his hockey mask.
That is one of my favorite Friday the 13th.
Really? Part 3? You like the eyeball getting blown out of the head?
When I was a kid...
I always knew there was something about you.
And it's more of a nostalgia thing for me because when I was a kid, I just thought that one, and it was the first one when I was a kid because me and my dad had binged one weekend the first 4 Friday the 13th movies. And so the third just always stuck out to me because that's the first one where he finally gets his hockey mask. And I love the guy who plays Jason for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I just like his build, just the way he stalks them. He's just something about him. I really, really do like that guy.
My favorite moment in Friday the 13th Part 3 is when he's on the dock and he shoots the what is that thing?
Whatever
the spear, and then
I don't know, javelin. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, it's like a spear gun, and she falls into the water, and the camera just goes back to Jason as he stands there, and then he just lumbers away back down the dock. His big ass, like blocky build.
And then, of course, like you said, the eyeball scene.
Yeah, what always stood out to me was the ridiculousness of the 3D. Like when they punch through their window and the fist kind of stays there for a minute.
Yeah,
just all the 3D effect.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's great. Who wants to take on our last
There's
movie?
a couple people I just want to address real quick, and then we'll move on. Great show, lads. Off to work. Happy New Year's again from Beef Cheeks
Beef
on the
Happy New Year.
streets. Happy New
He's
Year to you,
back.
sir. Yes, we were just talking about that. Anyways, no.
Very nice, very nice.
Let's see. It still shocks me that Tim Van Patten directed 20 episodes of Boardwalk Empire. He was amazing in Class 1984.
Dude, Class of 1884 is so good.
Richard Brooker. His name was escaping me. Yes, he's my favorite Jason.
Yeah, Richard Brooker. Yeah, so big, dude. Like he's like
just
short and compact.
He
like,
looks like a linebacker. He's built like one, just hunched over.
Yeah, big as hell, man. Especially in the back, like shoulder area.
Mm-hmm.
Big as hell. So who's taking on arguably probably my favorite movie on this list?
Oh,
Really? I'm shocked. I'm shocked with that, I will say.
I would say if ranking, I would say I mean
I honestly thought you were going to put Poltergeist up there.
I mean, it's really tough ranking, man. I would go this movie we're about to talk about, The Thing, New York Ripper, Poltergeist, Tenebrae, and then Slumber Party Massacre. But I do love me some George Romero and Stephen King.
Steven, go ahead, talk about it.
man, we've got none other than George Romero's Creep Show.
Dude,
Chris's favorite release.
Good Steelbook. Listen, man, I'm still
Chris, bring it home. What do you got?
Still holding on to this classic.
Hey,
Easy.
that's hey, you win there.
This thing's awesome, dude. This is still so cool. They did this so few times, Scream Factory. Well, I mean, now they're back to doing it with the Hong Kong Classics line.
Did
But-
they do
that's
it?
true.
Which Elvira movie did they do that to?
Haunted Hills.
Yeah.
Elvira's Haunted Hills, they did it for. And then, of course, the Halloween, franchise,
Yeah.
they did it for all of them. Yeah, what's your favorite segment and well, for those who don't know, Creepshow is an anthology.
Mhm.
And heavily based off the EC comics, which were just incredibly bold, violent, disgusting comic stories. And you have Stephen King writing the stories as well as starring in one of them, and then George Romero directing. And I think what's most impressive about this movie is the cast. You have the likes of Leslie Nielsen showing up. Very young role for Ed Harris in here.
Yeah. He was in the
Adrian
opening one,
Barbeau.
the very first one.
Yeah, yep.
Tom Savini makes an appearance.
Tom
Adrian
Atkins,
Barbeau. Yep.
Tom
Yep.
Atkins. Oh,
the
yeah.
man
A
himself.
mustacheless Tom Atkins is the weirdest thing you will ever see.
It's weird.
Slapping Joe Hill, Stephen King's son,
Yep.
who plays the little boy in the wraparound story.
Stephen King as Jordy. One of the
Meteor shit.
one of the weirdest but awesome characters. Basically plays himself, I'm convinced.
Are you convinced he plays himself? You think that's what Stephen King is like?
Dude, have you seen Stephen King? Yeah.
He's a kind of a
Ted
dorky
Danson.
looking guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ted
he's in
Danson,
that.
yep.
That okay. So you asked what my favorite segments were. That's one of them. I really like that one. Leslie Nielsen and how twisted that is. Just imagine, just going, being forced to buried up to your neck in low tide,
Yeah.
just for
Well-
the tides to rise, and
Well, let's break this down individual. So the movie starts off with Father's Day, which I want my cake.
I want my cake.
You have young Ed Harris in
Yep.
this, who is incredible. Like, looks fantastic. Terrible hair, but it's all good. I'll take it.
He went bald. So
Yeah, he did go bald. Of course, you have Stephen King popping up in The Loathsome Death of Jordy Verrill, where
that one has a very bleak ending.
Yeah.
But just incredible effects.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
incredible effects. And even that ending, the ending of the segment, I remember hearing about, I think when I was watching Just Desserts, which is the making of Creepshow, a full length making of Creepshow. And they were talking about how the stuntman who did the final moment in that with the shotgun blast, when Jordy decides to take his own life, was like, caught him on fire. 'cause he's covered in like moss and incredibly flammable material. Because at that point, he's just a full blown
He's a
plant
bush.
man. You know what I mean? Yeah, like he's a bush at that point. You were talking earlier about something that tied you over,
Yep.
which is Leslie Nielsen. The incredible work that they did to get the underwater
Oh, that shot
shots at the
Oh
end.
yeah.
of
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Just great.
The
Also,
visuals
the-
for it too are just like
Mhm.
I don't know, across the board for the whole movie are just I don't know, it's like very, very special the way that they went about doing it.
This feels something that tied you over was always like the one story that felt darker to me
Mhm.
Oh
because it doesn't really go into the like the excess until the ending of it when the bodies return to get Leslie Nielsen. But
And it's-
until then, it's pretty calm and
Mhm.
very, very scary.
And for someone like Leslie Nielsen to play that kind of role, you see him in Naked. Everyone knows him from Naked Gun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Airplane, Naked Gun,
Airplane, yeah.
Police
So
Squad. Yeah, I mean
it's
that's
pretty
what everyone-
crazy to see him take on this very
and he's
sadistic.
so good.
Yeah.
He's so good. And I remember watching Just Desserts and them talking about just how many problems they had shooting on the beach. And it was shot in New Jersey.
I'm looking at that right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was shot. Does it mention where in New Jersey it was shot? Because I'm trying to remember.
Is it Greensburg?
Is it
or at least-
Greensburg?
Or at least, yeah, most of the film was shot in an
The
empty
beach?
all-girls school located outside of Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah, but the beach was in.
Oh, the beach.
Yeah. Let me. I know it was in New Jersey. I just can't remember if it's in my part of New Jersey or if it was.
Berkeley Township.
Hang on. The beach.
Berkeley Township,
Google AI says the
Island
beach for Something to Tie You Over segment in horror anthology film Creep Show was filmed at Paradise Cove in Malibu.
No, that's not true. It was shot in.
Oh, here we go. I found
State
it.
Park?
Berkeley State Park.
Yes, Berkeley State Park. Yep, Berkeley. Yep, at Island Beach State Park. Yep.
We should do a live stream together. We'll all get together out there and we'll replicate it.
Also, guys, Galen Ross is in this segment,
Yeah,
which is incredible too.
I actually
Yeah.
saw her not too long ago.
The crate, which is probably the
most
crowd
iconic.
favorite. The crate of the crate segment Creep Show to me is like the raft in Creep Show too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the big standout. Adrienne Barbeau is a bitch. She is.
I mean she's normally like that most of the movies, but
I don't like using that word to describe a character, but she is.
When
terrible.
it describes the person,
Yeah. She
like you said,
is-
hey, when you're being that's who you are.
Yeah, she is terrible. And the design of what's been known as Fluffy is
Iconic.
incredible coming out of the crate. Just a little, basically, like, looks like an abominable snowman,
yeah.
Yeah.
style.
Real quick, we got a little super chat here. Poppin' fresh.
Oh
Welcome
hell
back,
yeah.
Jordan, Steven, and Chris. Jordan just ordered Troll 2 4K and pre-ordered Good Boy 4K. Great informative show, like always. Awesome.
Good looking out, man.
Yeah.
Troll 2.
I pre-ordered Good Boy just after seeing that the dog won an award. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Troll 2 on 4K is wild. though.
That's so crazy that movie.
Did you guys pick it up?
No, dude, you couldn't pay me. If Movie Room reached out to me and was like, "We're begging you to review Troll 2 on 4K," I would pass.
I would say I'd review it, but you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. No,
I get
probably
that some
wouldn't
people
review
have
it.
like an attachment to that movie.
Well, it's
but-
like with Garbage Pail Kids. Like, that's not a movie I have
That's
no
not my
desire
thing.
to own.
yeah, that's just not my thing. Like
You know,
somebody recently, a creator in our space, recently posted about how they hated Garbage Pail Kids, and I was like, I don't agree with him on a lot of things. I was like, but I heavily agree with you here. That is not my thing. Like,
I will say, in all fairness, Vinegar Syndrome did a phenomenal job with the packaging. You could even borderline almost nearly sell me on picking up something like that.
and
just
and
how
you know,
nice it
and I
is.
feel bad for the people who collect all the VSUs.
because they have
know?
to get that.
I mean, if you're determined, yeah.
I
It's like
will
how
say,
I am with the Vinegar Syndrome shutter line.
but I will say though, here's my thing. Troll 2 to me is a fantastic return to form for Vinegar Syndrome.
Yes.
I don't think there is
Yeah.
a more Vinegar Syndrome title than Troll 2. It's just not my title. You know, like it's not my type of movie, but to me that is the ideal Vinegar Syndrome movie. Same with Garbage Pail Kids.
Now let's see if they get.
Troll 2 I'd probably come around on picking up over Garbage Pail Kids.
I do agree with that. But let's see after their Warner Brothers deal if they get to put out the Devils.
We'll
Little
see,
bit of Ken
man.
Russell.
I feel like that's like a pipe dream.
Hey,
So let me get to this last one. Just we got one left. They're creeping up on you. Starring E.G. Marshall from Christmas Vacation.
you
Yes.
know about
There's
that
nothing
one
else.
is for other than the great shot at the end, right, with all the cockroaches. When I think of these shorts, for me, I sometimes forget about that one. Just because for me it's always the crate and then that's the end.
Well, I remember going a long time without seeing Creepshow and then watching it again, and I remember forgetting how many segments there were. Because I went through this period where I watched Creepshow 2 more, where there's only 4 segments. So I thought the first Creepshow was only 4 segments as well.
Hmm.
But it's 5.
Creepshow 2's significantly shorter.
Yeah, it feels like it's like it could benefit from having another story in there.
But let's have the honest conversation. People act like Creepshow 2 is like a huge step down from Creepshow. And I don't believe so at all. I think Creepshow 2 actually benefits from having 4 stories. It moves very well. All of the stories are great. I think all 4 stories are absolute bangers. Old Chief Woodenhead is awesome. You know what I mean? Like Old Chief Woodenhead is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fan favorite, really?
Hey, Old Chief Woodenhead might be a fan favorite.
Yeah.
The Raft is my favorite of any Creepshow.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Like that's my favorite of all of them. You have The Hitchhiker, which is one of the nastiest stories of the Creepshow films. The degradation of that character throughout that segment is incredible. Going from, a few cuts on the face and some road rash to just full blown, almost a skeleton.
Yeah.
At the end of it, is incredible, man. Oh wait, there's only 3 stories.
Yeah, I was just looking at it, and I
was thinking 4 because of the wraparound story. That's why I was thinking 4, because there's always that wraparound.
Do you guys consider Creepshow the best anthology film?
It's like I said, I don't give perfect 10s.
I do love Ghost Story.
It's up there. Which one?
Tales from the Dark Side is another good one.
Chris, what did you say?
Ghost Story.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ghost Story is a great one as well. Just because it has that, like old guy sitting around telling ghost stories vibe to it. You know what I mean? Do you... It's hard because then I think of movies like Trick or Treat, which are individual stories that kind of wrap around into a single story.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a big fan of Tales of Halloween, which is a modern day anthology. Yeah, Trilogy of Terror.
I really do like.
Is Trilogy of Terror considered a anthology, right?
I think so.
The Karen Black Trilogy of Terror. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
Well, if we want to talk modern, you've got VHS.
Yeah, I'm not a big VHS fan.
Not even the first one.
No, never really was.
I like it. I mean, I don't know if
the first one's really good.
I don't know if it would hit quite the same highs as this. But
well, no.
It's
but I mean, as far as modern anthologies go,
Cat's Eye is another one. I mean, I don't put that.
For those who have never seen Asylum, Asylum's really good. Severin just put that out in 4K as part of their Black Friday slate from last year. That's very
I have
good.
the Second Sight one.
Did they put out Asylum?
Mhm.
They did. Okay. Just kind of looking at. What do you guys think of? How do you compare Creepshow to like Body Bags?
Oh, Body Bags is really good.
Yeah, John Carpenter
I don't know. That's tough because
and Toby Hooper.
there's definitely some standouts in that movie. Man, that is
That one kind of goes in and kind of messes
don't-
with it.
I don't know if it hits quite the same highs as Creep Show, but it's definitely up there.
I do love Nightmare Cinema, which is the Mick Garris produced anthology that came out about 10 years ago. That had like Takashi Miike involved and a couple guys like that. What are you looking at, Jordan?
Right here.
Oh, they did do Asylum.
Mhm.
I forgot about that release.
Yeah, this is an older release.
Who's that
Even
from?
Second Sight. It's just a Blu-ray, but it's actually back when Second Sight did posters, which just please do posters again, Second Sight. Ain't no one wants lobby cards.
I didn't realize that Second Sight did Ghost Story on Blu-ray.
They did?
I guess. It's the first I'm learning of it.
Well, I would say my Ghost Story is just a regular studio release. Have you either of you guys ever seen Ghost Story?
It's been a long time. That's why I was actually going back and looking at it because I wouldn't mind picking this up.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, it looks like Second Sight did do Ghost Story.
Was it like a limited edition version, or they just do a
I think it was just like a standalone, just a regular one.
no chunky box, huh?
No, not yet.
Which makes sense because they did, The Changeling as well.
I love that movie.
Yeah, The Changeling.
Man,
Yeah, I mean, Creepshow it's a ton of fun, man. And it's really, to me, just, and I hate using the term like masters of horror, but you have two incredible influences to the genre. Obviously, George A. Romero, one of the most influential horror directors of all time, directing Stephen King's writing, one of the greatest horror writers ever, one of the most influential writers of all time, I would say, not just of horror, but of all time. And the love and dedication to EC Comics that are in here with those crazy flash frames and the coloring and sort of the comic book panels that erupt in. You have effects work by Tom Savini all throughout this, which was still early Savini. This is before Day of the Dead. It's really some pretty incredible stuff. Yeah. My wife just popped in on the door to show her her leg tattoo, which is the 3 title cards for the 3 segments in Creepshow 2 on her leg.
Oh, that's sick.
That's pretty cool. What did you guys think of the TV show? The series?
Oh, I love it.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Actually, literally, it's right next to me. Like, it's the closest thing.
Let's
to
see
my
it,
office.
because I didn't pick it up.
I do want to pick that one up.
I don't have the box set because
okay.
I have all the individuals with the slips. So I have season 1, season 2, and these are getting rare. These are rare to find now with the slips.
Oh, you keep the stickers on your slips?
Season 3 and season 4.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I thought the show was great, man. I mean, it's definitely not anywhere near quality wise to the original, but I mean, Greg Nicotero does love these movies, and he gives a lot of filmmakers, a great chance to kind of come in and get involved and kind of leave their stamp on the legacy of Creepshow.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's best. And you have a lot of actors that come in and a lot of great directors, and I think it's really enjoyable. I do think it gets weaker kind of as it goes along. There's a couple more like weaker segments. But I thought it's a shame that it's over.
Yeah.
I definitely was pleasantly surprised with the quality of the stories. And I agree with, like, there are a few kind of misses out of the bunch, but I would say that there's more hits than misses when it comes to the series as a whole.
What's your guys' thoughts on Creepshow 3? The lovely, terrible Creepshow 3 that nobody even knew came out, including me.
What?
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest. I just haven't heard the
Are
best.
you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scream Factory did a very limited Blu-ray release of Creepshow 3.
What?
It's terrible, dude.
From 2006.
Don't even think about it, dude. Don't even be a completionist when it comes to Creepshow 3.
Yeah, take it easy, Jordan. I see what you're doing over there.
Coming from the guy that has Creepshow 1, 2, and every season of the TV show and doesn't have 3 and considers myself a completionist, you don't need it.
I'm just curious who's in it.
Nobody. It's 100% AI.
It's early form of AI.
Well, I have to say 1982 overall.
Yeah.
Definitely some really solid movies, even ones we didn't have a chance to cover.
Let's as we go along, we've kind of given a sneak peek into the year that we will be talking about
Real quick.
And
before
I
we
will
dive into
say-
that, I just want to say, because I didn't get a chance to say what's up to Jeff is in here.
What's up, Jeff?
I always want to say hi to Jeff.
What's up, Jeff?
What's going on, buddy? He was talking about how he thinks Creepshow 2 is a good sidestep from Creepshow 1.
Creepshow 2 is awesome.
3 Minutes Physical Media, Christmas Horror Story, Tales of the Hood, and Two Evil Eyes.
Ooh, I like Two Evil Eyes.
Yeah, do you consider Two Evil Eyes an anthology? This is 2 separate stories, technically.
Loosely.
Which, by the way, I did see that Trick or Treat is considered an anthology, even though all the stories are
Like
woven together. It is still considered because it's segmented, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Which Trick or Treat would be a favorite of mine as far as all-time favorite anthologies. Mike Dougherty just crushed that movie.
Oh,
dude.
that movie is such just... And the vinyl that's coming out from Waxworks... Oh. The music in there is great. I love the score for that movie.
1980.
Oh, sorry. One more thing.
Go ahead.
Jeff has Creepshow 3.
I didn't even.
Jeff, we need to talk after this.
Yeah.
I need to know more about this Creepshow 3.
That's quite the responsibility.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say I'm looking ahead to 1983, and I'm very excited for 1983 for a whole bunch of reasons. I think this is going to be our hardest episode yet. And I'm very excited because there's so much stuff in 1983 I want to rewatch before we do it. Okay, so I'm not going to watch it beforehand, but 1983, The Keep came out.
Oh, I love that movie.
You also had Cujo,
Oh, gosh. Come on.
Sledgehammer.
as well as infamous Canucksploitation film Curtains.
That's a good one.
Christine
came out. Yep. Videodrome. A personal favorite of mine, Steve. I think you enjoy this one as well. Mausoleum.
Yep.
Which
Hey.
is one of the most bonkers.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yep. Sleepaway Camp.
Videodrome.
The Deadly Spawn.
The Dead Zone.
Psycho 2. Better than the original Psycho, in my opinion.
How have you guys not mentioned Jaws 3D?
I was getting there. Skipped over it. How have you guys not mentioned Microwave Massacre?
That's a TerraVision title if I've ever heard one.
Listen, I've been on a huge Shaw Brothers kick, and Seeding of a Ghost came out in 1983, which is in the new Shaw Scares as well as the imprint Shaw Shock set. So I might have to watch that twice.
A Blade in the Dark. Lamberto Bava.
Yeah, Blade in the Dark. I mean, this is a really tough. Blood Beat came out as well as The Black Room. Jesus, man, this is pretty. House of Long Shadows,
Curtains.
which I already mentioned, man. Why did you?
Jaws
you did.
3.
Sorry, Jesus.
Did you guys mention Jaws 3?
Yes.
You know, can we? I'm not a Dead Zone fan.
No?
No, I don't. I think that's Cronenberg's worst movie, in my opinion.
We've got The Alchemist.
I don't know if I would say it's his worst, but maybe it's the one that I don't come back to as often because it just doesn't feel as Cronenberg-esque.
Yeah, but Tony Scott's The Hunger did come out in 1983, and if nobody's ever seen The Hunger, do yourself a favor and get on it because that's one stylish movie.
Hey, there's Kroll.
Kroll? Yes. Love Kroll. No, I'm just kidding. I don't love Kroll. Curtains. Are you a big fan of Curtains? Anybody? Canucksploitation?
Yeah, that's solid.
Amityville 3D.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, 1982. What a year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great year.
I think we hit all the high points.
And I think we hit both spectrums in terms of Italian cinema.
I mean, we got a
Both
chance to talk about New
extremes.
York Ripper, which is, pretty good night.
Yeah.
And then duck and toes and
Duck and toes.
Glass bottles.
glass
Oh.
bottles. And the crazy thing about New York Ripper, man, is the toe scene just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps going and going and going. And you're like, I think what's going on is going on, and then it keeps going and going. And then my favorite part is like she just leaves. She's like, okay, thank you. No worry of toe fungus or anything, long nails, nothing. No worry of any of that. It's all good though. It is what it is. Yeah, 1982 is fantastic. So I think this whole list was great. Tenebrae, definitely support all of these on physical media. They've all had fantastic releases. Creepshow is now on 4K from Scream Factory, even though I'm not letting go of my hardbox Blu-ray.
Summer Party Massacre as well.
Do you have the blue or the red hard box?
You thought that's Creepshow 2?
Yeah, isn't that what we were just talking about?
I mentioned the first Creepshow. I have the red box from Creepshow 2. Did they do multiple colors for the 4K?
They just not the 4K, but the Blu-ray release, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have the 4K of Creepshow 2 from Arrow. It's the red box.
So Tenebrae has a release from Synapse, and then New York Ripper, Blue Underground, Poltergeist. There's a couple different versions.
Well, Tenebrae, you can also get it through Arrow as well.
Oh, that's right. Yep. The Thing is studio release only.
Well, there's an Arrow Blu-ray.
Okay, and then Slumber Party Massacre had a release from Scream Factory and 101 Films. And Creepshow, Scream Factory.
Listen, Steve, I was just looking, and I think New York Ripper deserves a spot in the Beyond the Blood ranking because there is an audio commentary. I think we need to have a discussion about that.
Let's make sure we listen to the audio commentary first.
We're coming to that conclusion.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, for anybody who's planning on listening to our upcoming episode on Torso, it's not a commentary discussion whatsoever.
Yeah, they do audio commentary by Troy Howarth.
Which Troy Howarth,
he's
the man when it comes to Giallo. That's the guy you want on your commentary if you're gonna put out a Giallo. That's the man you want.
Well, I'm excited to narrow down the list for 83 when we're ready, and I think this about covers it.
I have a feeling Christy is going to make it.
Who?
Christine,
sorry.
Who's Christy?
That's
what I heard.
Hellraiser?
Yeah. That's what's her name? That's not Christy. It's
Ashley Lawrence.
It's Kirsty or something.
Oh,
Kirsty.
Who cares?
Damn, man.
As long as
put some respect on her name.
Seriously.
As long as Christine makes it on the 1983 list. I'm good.
Christine and
John Carpenter's
and
best
Kroll
film. And Mausoleum. If Mausoleum does not make it on the list,
you heard it here first. We're going to be talking about Amityville 3D and Jaws 3D.
Dude, the double feature that I've always wanted.
Jaws 3D. We're like essential viewing for 1983 is Jaws 3D. There's nothing like Jaws 3D was a movie I ever exclusively saw
SeaWorld in 3D
on TNT. Like, I don't think I've ever watched Jaws 3D outside of it being on TNT when I was young. And just that iconic shot of him floating through the whole, it just looks like two photographs and they're just moving the photograph on top of another. He's just floating along.
It's incredible.
Jaws 3D. Yeah, we should we should do Beyond the Blood 1983D.
We're bringing it back.
It's coming back. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, guys. Well, that's another episode, 1982. Chris, why don't you go ahead and tell them where they can find you and what you're up to?
Always at Bearded Film Guy on Instagram, and one of the two hosts of the Beyond the Blood podcast, which is kicking off its third season in 2 days on Tuesday. January 13th, we're going to be releasing our episode on Torso with Ryan from the Disconnected. He was our guest. It's a really incredible episode, which is shocking considering the whole thesis of our show is that we break down audio commentaries, and the audio commentary was not good. So we just went on a 2.5 hour about discussion on the movie. And I think it's incredibly comprehensive. Like, I think we covered a lot of stuff that typically is not covered when it comes to Torso, at least not to the level that we took it. I also want to encourage people to listen to it because of an announcement that's not coming from either of us, but that's coming from Ryan about a project that he's going to be announcing tomorrow. So do yourself a favor.
Big stuff in the works.
Huge stuff. So do yourself a favor and tune into that.
Nice. And Steven?
Well, you guys can find me at After Hours Video. I'm on all over social media, and I'm the other co-host on Beyond the Blood. We're very excited to launch the Torso episode that we have coming up on the 13th. Very proud of that. It was a lot of fun getting to hang out with Ryan and talk all things Torso and Sergio Martino.
Nice, it's so funny being like, oh, our guest was our producer. We were his boss for once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you could find me, Movie Den, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. Don't really have anything crazy that's coming out, just videos here and there and, talking about movies. That's about it.
I mean, you did just show off that ridiculously oversized
the cereal
Kill
box.
Bill. Listen, somebody needs to
that
take
thing
away,
is a unit.
What?
Somebody needs to take away the Honey I Shrink Your Kids gun from Imprint because they're just blowing up all their physical media releases.
It's pretty cool. I will say it's expensive, but the stuff you're getting in it, and I didn't pay for it. I just want to say that they sent that to me, but the stuff you're getting is pretty cool.
I want to be in the room when Imprint was like, how about we release movies and we'll just make the box 3 times bigger than everybody else. They're like, it's like the big, like, Steve, what were they called? What were the big VHS clamshells that were trendy for a while? Do you remember what they were? Were they just called like oversized clamshells?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of like that, except doubled.
They're huge. Hey, but that Silent Night, Deadly Night one, it's that's a beautiful set.
Well, I said to you, I think when you first started showing off Silent Night, Deadly Night, I made a comment about like, oh, well, at least it's not huge. And then I saw somebody else unbox it, and I was like, what am I talking about? That thing is gigantic.
Yeah. Yeah, here, let me grab it real quick. You guys can see.
Shoot, like Kill Bill is massive, dude.
So
I don't have the space for it.
No.
Silent Night, Deadly Night's same size, just for reference.
Look at that.
Jordan, if anyone ever broke into your home, you're more than protected.
It looks. And people were complaining about the size of the X trilogy from A24.
Yeah, I know. No,
where are you keeping that, dude?
It's on its own shelf next to my Halloween jack-o'-lantern.
Oh my god, dude, that is out of control. It's comically big.
Hey,
that's bigger than my laptop screen.
But what's cool, it's bigger than mine too. What's cool though is I do like how they put it in the little protectors. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, you need a custom protector for that, dude. What do you mean? That's massive, bro.
Yeah.
But what in there is that big?
So at least in the Kill Bill one, you're getting a hardback book.
That's that big?
It's a photo book. I mean, it's like
a coffee table book,
like from here, like there. It's like
okay.
It's a pretty.
I didn't realize
book.
It was that big.
Yeah, it has that. It has some like big prints, just shots from the movie.
For audio listeners, Jordan is showing us an Imprint release of Kill Bill that's approximately 4.5 foot by 3.5 foot.
Go to Costco Go find yourself a Frosted Mini Wheats box, and it's that
Family
size.
size.
Family
yeah,
size.
it is.
Exactly.
God.
And then it comes with 4 one-sheet posters.
Jesus Christ.
They're
You could
folded up, and
Decorate
then
the whole home.
yeah, and then under it, it's got 2 separate hard slips with Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2.
I don't want people. I'm not. It is comically big, but these releases, I don't own any of them, because I can't afford any of them.
Yeah, no, they're pricey,
but they are incredibly comprehensive and full of stuff. I just thought it would be funny if it was that big and nothing in there was of equal size to justify.
You
that
just
box.
have one disc.
It's just one. One disc in the middle. It's like 6 inches down. You're like, oh damn! All right, there. Both movies are on one disc, stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, I will say though, the Silent Night, Deadly Night one comes with a comic book, which is pretty cool, and it's an actual company, and they do a bunch of different comics for different horror movies.
Did you watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2 this past Christmas?
I watched the first one. This didn't show up till the 26th. My Silent Night, Deadly Night one. So I watched the first one. I watched the Scream Factory one. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. It's been so long. I need to rewatch that. It's been a while.
I think like 43 minutes of that movie is just the first movie.
Yeah.
It's like
I watched both of them right around.
Yeah.
Well, I watched all 5 of them.
And then I picked up
Christmas.
Which is funny is this one showed up on the 28th. Stupid was the Vestron 3 through 5.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I remember joking with my wife. I was like, I might as well just show you Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 because it just shows the whole first movie anyway.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
It's like Terminator 2. You get the story.
What?
Yeah, you don't need the first Terminator. Just watch the second one. You get the gist.
No, you don't.
they're not even remotely close.
The story's there. You know what happens.
It's like if Terminator 2, if the first hour of it was just the Terminator 1.
No.
It literally is like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is like, oh, all right, let's talk about your brother. And he's like, all right, here's what happened. And then he just replays Silent Night, Deadly Night,
the whole thing.
And then it becomes his movie for the final 40 minutes of like the 80-minute runtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that about does it.
'Twas a pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking about 1982. I'm excited for 1983. We won't wait 3 months before we do the next one. So
no.
Yeah, I felt a little rusty on this one. I had to get back in the swing of things after some months off.
Yeah. But we'll be
okay.
back. Sweet, guys. Well, hey, I will. I'll see you later. Everyone in the chat, thank you for stopping in. And
yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.